y'all, welcome to the channel. Today we're taking a break from the front gardens to work in the backyard. Super excited about this project. It's been a long time coming, something I've been thinking about doing for quite some time, so really happy to be out here and ready to break ground. So there's a lot that I want to do back here, and realistically most of it will probably not get done this season. I'm going to try to take my time and space the projects out so I don't get too burnt out, which when I have a project I don't know how to stop until it's done. So bear with me, and hopefully I can take it slowly and do it piece by piece so I can enjoy the process. So yeah, let me just walk y'all around the backyard and kind of talk you through what I plan to do. All right, here I am. I'm standing in front of the gate that leads into our backyard, and it's, you know, quite a large space. It's not the biggest, but I have plenty of room to play with back here, which really excites me. So immediately to the right, when you walk through the gate, you have this crepe myrtle tree, and it blooms beautiful pink blossoms. Really, I like this tree a lot. But when we bought the house, this was freshly planted here, so whoever remodeled planted this back here, and I assume it was to cover, you know, some of the electrical lines over there. I don't think any of that is even functioning. It's like house phone. But see, I have this tied up here that's been like that for a while because they planted it too close to the house. As you can see, it's just way too close, and it needs to be moved so it can spread out. It's gotten really big, and as you can see, we kind of started last year trying to dig this out, but I really didn't understand what sort of task that would be. This is a huge thing to take on, and we didn't get very far, as you can see, but we're gonna try again to get that out of the ground. The roots are huge on this. This is what I like to think of as my crepe myrtle row that I like to have. So let me show you this one. And please ignore this. I don't know what this is, but it has gone crazy in here, and it I probably shouldn't be touching it because it's like sticking to me. But that's going crazy, and I don't know how I'm gonna get all of that out. But anyway, this is a white crepe myrtle. Again, beautiful tree, and it was pretty small when we first bought the house and moved in here. So I really want this to be more of a tree form, but it's so big that I don't think it's very likely for me to be able to truly get that tree form that I want it to be. But I at least plan to thin some of these out so it's not quite so shrubby. Shrubby is not a word, I know, bear with me. And just kind of see what I can do with it over time to change the shape of it. But it is pretty big. I don't know if y'all can tell. So I'm 5'9", so this is the tree. So once we get the pink one out, that'll be split hopefully into 4 separate trees. Looking at how the branches go down to the ground, I feel like that should be pretty simple to split, but again, we'll have to see. So if that does work out, I will plant 2 here on this side and then 2 on this side, so we'll have a total of 5 crepes, 4 pinks, and then the 1 white will be the centerpiece. And coming around here, this is the back fence that backs up to the neighbor at the street over that way, their backyard. This usually is really fully covered by vegetation, but the electricity company came and cut all of this back because we have power lines up there, which I understood. So now it's really open and visible there into the backyard, which I hate. So long-term goal is to get a privacy fence installed here, but that may be sometime before that can happen. But anyway, I won't be doing anything anytime soon with this area, but we do plan to have a gazebo put in, some pathways, maybe a fire pit, you know, just some things. That's not really mapped out yet, but that's what's happening with that side. And then over here, I hate this chain link fence. Again, no privacy whatsoever. So really looking forward to getting that privacy fence installed. So last year I stuck in these 2 limelight hydrangeas, hoping to grow them out. I know it'll take some time, but create some sort of privacy here, because they will get really big and keep us from being able to see directly into the neighbor's yard. And these are 2 firelights. But I'm going to turn this whole section of yard into a flower bed, garden bed. It's all going to be mulched. I won't be planting too much back here this year, But the goal is to just go ahead and get the grass out. In a previous video, I showed pulling these out of my front garden bed and replacing them with some Encore azaleas. These are just regular traditional azaleas that bloom once a year. So I brought them back here. This is in no way final placement for these, but I just had to get them into the ground once I pulled them out from up front. And they started to bloom. And it's so pretty. You got a lot of buds. This is the first time I'm seeing blooms on these since we bought this house. And let me show y'all this. I think it's pronounced Osage orange, however you say it. This tree. Husband came in, cut this down last year, but as you can see, it's coming back. And check out the thorns on this thing. Huge thorns. Huge. This tree is awful. Got to figure out how to, get it out of here. We won't be doing much to try to remove the stump. We'll just go around it, the huge roots here and everything. But I'm gonna try to figure out how to get it to not grow back. This tree was huge here, and when he cut it down, it made privacy non-existent here. As you can see, the bright yellow truck. So for right now, I'm just going to go through with some glyphosate. High Yield Kills All is the brand, and spray everything down. Try to avoid having to sheet mulch such a large area. Yeah, because if I can get the grass to die, then I won't have to worry about covering it or anything when I'm ready to start planting up and bringing the mulch back here. So the first thing I'm going to do is lay out my border, what I want it to look like using the water hose. And then I'm going to go through and spray everything down with the High Yield Kills All.
I've been all in my phone, I got options. And I don't wanna tell you to drop it, but I don't wanna play your fair. Yeah, something that makes me look at you too often. Oh, baby, you can give it something. Baby, I can run all the time. Baby, I'm talking crazy. I need you right in my space, but I need it, baby, I'm late, but I still can check in with you. I know that I need my friends, but I wouldn't wanna leave, you know. I wouldn't wanna bleed, even my heart, my mind, and my body. My mind, and my body. My body says my mind, and my heart. My body says I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what it is, but you got me going crazy. Just to do is so amazing. How long can you go, baby? At last, till my body's so crazy. Baby, I'm talking crazy. I need you right in my space, but I need it, baby, I'm late, but I still check in with you. I know that I need my friend, but I wouldn't wanna leave, you know. I wouldn't wanna bleed, even my heart, my mind, and my body.
Okay, we're back out in the backyard. As y'all saw, I brought all the plants back that are going back here. Nothing really has any rhyme or reason, to be honest. Just things that I've seen on clearance and picked up, as well as the butterfly bushes. Oh look, we got a visitor. Visitor's gone. Anyway, the butterfly bushes, I've been wanting those since last year. Found those at Walmart for 20 bucks. I'm very happy about that. The azaleas, I'm mad at them because as soon as I move them back here, look at them, blooms going crazy. This is a full sun spot, so I don't think this will be a good long-term solution, but they seem to be happier here than they were up front. Still looking really bad in the leaves, but a lot of new growth, which once the blooms are done, I'll be cutting these all the way back. And here you can see the difference in the grass. So it's been, what, 6 days or so since I sprayed glyphosate, and you can see clear difference. So things are really shining and burning back here. Limelight's looking really good. Firelight's looking good as well. The other limelight. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna work on first, getting these limbs cut and pulled back. I sprayed this as well. I didn't really expect it to do much since this is a whole tree. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut these limbs off and get them out of here, and then this will be covered with black plastic to see if we can get this to stop growing.
Running back to the strip club, I'm never going back, never going back. No, you can't make me. Never going back, never going back. They never take me. I've been enough of petty dudes. I've had enough of shitty news. I had a thing for dirty shoes since I was 10. Love dirty men alike. Ooh, better day than yesterday. Ooh, I just take it day by day.
My pile of limbs that has to be taken out of here. I'm gonna let my husband do that part. And I got this all covered in black plastic. I used contractor bags, as y'all saw. Don't know how successful this is gonna be, but we'll give it a shot. These huge roots are still exposed. I don't know if that is gonna be a problem or not, but I'll kind of take it as it comes. I may just cover this area with cardboard to be safe, and let this sit for quite a while. Next order of business. Oh, you can really see the difference in the grass dying out on this side. Looks good. The next order of business is to get these plants in the ground. Can't mulch or do anything until those are in the ground. I'm gonna be working kind of backwards, admittedly, because I will be setting up drip irrigation back here. Oh, you know what? I need to get these extra limbs.
Nothing but love for you. Nothing but love. Nothing but love. Don't need me sleep past 1 a.m. Heartbeat make me feel strong again. We don't just join the party. Just don't need nobody. All that I got, this is in pages. Talking a lot. Sorry, I'm faded. Think I forgot. You love me. You love me. You love me. You love me. You love me.
I'm not with nobody, cause I don't wanna hurt nobody. Did it over text, didn't call me. Still got love for your mommy. I know you wanna be somebody, even if you gotta leave somebody. Yes, I'm hurting, yes, I'm dirty. Most of the things I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you chase. got something real love, baby. You wanna get with me, stop.
You say nothing's wrong at all, baby. I say that we falling off lately. Maybe we just ain't been on the same page. In my mind, I'm done fighting it. In your heart, you keep trying. The truth is not hiding. That's just the way we are. But can't say you love me when it's like that. Can't say I love you when it's like that. If it was new, it won't be like that. To everybody else, it will just show me mad. But I love when we make up like that. And you love it when I make you mad. But maybe we just love like that.
So we got my crepe myrtle there. And these are impatiens. They're not sun patients. This spot, I believe, has too much sun for these, but there's nowhere else for me to put them. So I popped them in here anyway just to see how they do. Got them on clearance for $2 for a 4-pack. So not really losing out on much if they don't do well, but we'll just see. And then coming down over here, I put in my Larumblicoleus that I overwintered. They don't look good at all, but another thing, I'm just gonna see what they do out here. And on down, of course, my Autumn Bonfire azaleas, my Satsuki azaleas. I forget what these are called. I'll pop it up on the screen. But got those in. Those were, I think I got for $1 each on clearance. Then here, my little drift of marigolds, my other crepe myrtle, and my butterfly bushes. Butterfly bushes here. The only thing that I have not planted yet is this calla lily, and I don't feel like separating. I'm really not too worried about this plant. It's one I just bought on a whim, and if I do it now, I'm just gonna bury this whole thing, just plant this whole thing, and I know I'm gonna regret that eventually to see how it does and what it does. So I'm gonna wait, maybe tomorrow, come back out and separate. I don't know, are these bulbs, tubers, whatever they are, because there's a couple in here. Separate those out and plant those somewhere back here. The only thing left for me to do, well, not the only thing, but now I just have to come in and clean up my mess. Like, I have piles of dirt and grass everywhere in here, and I'm not gonna bore y'all with recording me doing that, but I'm gonna come through, clean it all up, get it prepped for mulching, and the cardboard for sheet mulching first, as well as get my timber. What do you call it? It's a garden timber, lawn timber, something like that. Boards cut and painted to go along the fence line to keep the mulch in on this side of the fence. Then I'll need to get my pavers that I'm gonna do to edge the bed, and we'll call it good. Oh, I forgot a huge step, which is set up the drip irrigation for this bed. I do not want to have to come out, especially when it gets hot in the summer, and water this bed by hand every day, because it's a pretty big garden bed, and I'm just not interested in doing that. So I'll be getting that set up. We'll see how I feel about getting out and doing it tomorrow, or we'll just see.
No, I really can't complain. Everything is straight.